4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Good luck.
All right, and we're off. So you see right away, we got the Scout. That is the purple class. They can do a double jump. They are going to be used quite a bit in this run. And another notable feature is they can sacrifice their life to make a portal. You'll see that quite a bit. Now, the basic thing to know for the speedrun is they need to collect 5 keys in total, which you can see them doing rapidly here. And
Yep, so they're both going to be trying...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. They're both going to be trying to, get a couple of keys around this area. Going to be using portals. You'll notice Red Robot actually took a different route to get here than Suddenly Jester did, so we're going to be seeing some minor differences. But they're both doing pretty much the same thing at the moment. Yeah, Suddenly Jester is going to be getting that key down there near the slug. These 2 keys here. Red Robot got them early. You can kind of get them at any time, as long as the cycles work out well.
Oh, we got a reset here from Red Robot. Looks like he died on the way to the 4 doors and the turrets.
Ooh, Suddenly Jester died on the slug jump there. It's a pretty hard trick where you can just jump off that platform to avoid needing an extra portal. So he's just going to be doing the tree climb again here. Both players, again, at roughly the same point in the run.
It looks like they've opted to not use too much safety strategy when going for that, for the quick win there. Because normally, if you want to lose a couple seconds, you can put a portal down. So that way, if you die, you don't have to reset or walk all the way around. But that is substantially slower.
Yeah. Every portal that they use, particularly in the final section of the run, is going to slow them down. So they're going to be, particularly as they're trying to optimize more and more, avoiding as many portal placements as possible. Red Robot, again, failing the slug jump there is giving both players a bit of trouble so far. So yeah, that little platform that he was trying to get onto there, if you can... Suddenly Jess is going to try it now. Yeah, you can do that and just barely avoid the slug. Ooh. Looks like Suddenly Jester went for the hardest trick in the run, which is turret jump, where you can just jump between those 2 projectiles and avoid having to place yet another portal. Ooh, Red Robot managed to place the pipe in the wrong place, unfortunately, so he's going to take another reset.
Looks like Suddenly Jester's got some decent momentum on this run. It's going pretty well so far.
Yeah,
again, it's worthy to note.
Still have to get to the climb, which is the hardest part.
Indeed, a lot of the difficulty is kind of front-loaded right before you reach the final end stretch.
Yes, indeed. Which Suddenly Jester will be moving to right now as Red Robot continues picking up the early keys. Okay, there we go. There's slug jump again. And that's turret skip. That's impressive. Will we see Batman skip as well? Indeed we will. That enemy is called the Dark Knight, hence Batman jump or Batman skip. Often you would place a portal there, but again, we want to avoid placing portals as much as possible because they're slow. Suddenly Jester getting a very nice portal up in front of the wasp nest there as well. And this is looking like a very fast run so far.
Looks like Jester's going to get the first completion here.
Red Robot taking that portal there, which is what Jester skipped with turret skip, but unfortunately on a bad cycle with the Dark Knight.
It's going to cause him to reset. Oh, that's unfortunate.
And Jester just missed a bomber on the heart there, which will lose a fraction of time. But this is the heart kill here. It used to be done using warriors, and then somebody realized, hang on, using bombers is just way faster. And so that's going to be Jester's first run completed. And we're not going to see what the time on that was. He's just going to go right back into it. But that felt like a very good run.
Yeah, that was solid. probably the 3 most difficult and notable tricks near the end there was the turret jump, the slug jump, and the Batman skip, all of which save a decent amount of time considering how short the run is. So that is definitely big if you nail all 3 of those tricks in a run.
Yeah, that is impressive to get all of those so early as well. Red Robot
Absolutely.
managing the slug skip there. Slug jump there. Oh, and he's unfortunately went for turret jump and failed it. That is, again, probably the most difficult skip in the run, the turret skip there. Again, we're seeing both players just going through these early sections. What they're doing here is getting a lot of keys. This door up the top, which Jester is currently climbing to, requires 4 keys to get through. And so getting 4 keys as quickly as possible is a big part of the run. And so there's a couple of keys right down below the spawn and a couple of keys where Red Robot is here as well. And so that is what they're doing for the first half of the run.
Unfortunately, Jester just took a death to the turret in trying to do the turret skip. So that's going to make him have to reset there.
Oh,
Looks like Red
doing
Robot
a
opted to
variation on the
kill
slug
the
jump.
slime and not do the turret skip this run.
Yeah. Oh, he's got bad Dark Knight cycle again, so he's just gonna... Yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright, both players back to the start. Here, collecting these 2 quick keys. And suddenly Jester coming up on yet again the climb here. Gonna be getting slug jump, attempting turret skip, and he's got it again. Very impressive. Getting the Batman skip, that's all 3 again.
I did see him move back there a little bit this time. I'm not sure if he did that last time, so that might be the difference maker on whether or not this is going to be a PB for this race.
Yeah, although he did also miss at least 1 bomb on the... Ooh, that's a pipe. I think that was an accident.
Oh, and
Red
he
Robot
only gets
gonna
1
be...
block with that explosion when he needed to get 2. That's unfortunate. It's
Yeah,
gonna make
that
him have
is
to
going
take
to
a
slow him
reset.
down. Red Robot making his way towards the ending here. He's going to also try that jump past the nest. The run used to use a warrior block to land on, but you can actually just jump high enough that you don't need it. And so that is a significant time save, because again, every sacrifice loses time. And we're going to see Red Robot make his way to the hearts for the first time. And place a time down on the board here. Just 2 more bombers to go.
Very nice time there for Red Robot. Got his first run completed.
Yep. He's going to check. It's a 206. Not too bad. That is, I believe, 3rd place on the leaderboards, but because only Red Robot and suddenly Jester have really optimized this run.
Yeah, definitely a solid time.
Yeah.
But man, Jester is really he is really doing great right now. He's fairly consistently landing all of these very complicated and difficult tricks.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
There's been a couple times here where he's gotten to the stretch and then accidentally picked the engineer, unfortunately, which cost him a little bit of time. But overall, amazing to see him pull off those tricks. Oh, but he's gonna take a reset.
That was a very, very sudden reset there.
I think at this point in the race, Red Robot's kind of on the back foot. So he's going to have to try to get one a lot more of an optimized run here. Now that he's got his baseline down. Try to use as many of those tricks as possible. It's going to be tough to beat with Jester's run that has those 3 tricks that he's stuck.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of time to save on Jester's run. There may have been other earlier mistakes that we didn't catch. But yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say Jester is currently in the lead since he got all 3 of those big tricks at the end of the run. Although we haven't seen Jester's time at all.
Okay, Red Robot's approaching the slug jump. Doesn't quite hit it. That's going to make him reset, unfortunately.
Ooh, both players taking a reset at the same time. You see, that trick we haven't explained really yet. Jester, at the beginning, you'll see they want to not slow down for that slug at all. So it is pretty tight to get in 2 hits on the slug before you need to get around it. But any time save is important in a run this short. Getting a lot of heavy resetting as we move into the final section of this race here. Both players trying to get as optimized as possible.
Yeah, this game, just to play casually, is a little tricky to control all your guys and make them do what you want to do, let alone trying to pull off all these very tight tricks.
Yes.
So both competitors have been doing great here. And a 2:06, man, that is a very, very solid time.
Yeah, both players have been setting very, very good times considering how little time they've had to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just being able to boot it up and in the first 15 minutes get those times is very, very impressive.
Yeah, there is a lot more of the map to Mortal 2 that we just don't see here. We see probably less than a quarter of the entire map. It's a big world, but most of it is just slower to go through, unfortunately, so we see very little of it in this run. Red Robot is going to be moving on to the climb here. And has unfortunately failed slug jump again. Yeah, if you don't get that
really
slug jump, you need to...
timing.
Yeah, it is very tight timing. The enemy, you can see, is moving fast on a tiny platform, so the cycle is quite tense. But if you don't get that jump, then you need to place a portal up there near the platform above, which, of course, then you have to go through the portal with another scout, and that loses quite a bit of time. In the scheme of a 2-minute run.
Jester got the jump, but he got it second try, and it looked like it might have messed up the cycle in the turret, so he took a death and had to reset there.
Yes.
It looks like we're getting pretty close to coming to a close here. At most, we'll see one more run, so let's see if they can stick one more here for the end of the race. Looks like Red Robot's got a decent run going here. He's made it to the slime jump, but it's a little bit short there on that jump before the slime jump. It's going to take a reset.
Yeah, both players only have time for one more full attempt now, especially given that they're both at the start of a run. They don't have enough time to do 2 more, so they'll have to commit to 1 at some point here. And that will be their final attempt.
Okay, Jester with another reset there.
Yeah. Alright, looks like Red Robot might be going in for a final attempt here pretty shortly.
That slime proving really difficult for Jester here.
Yeah, you can slow down a little bit to that slime. Oh, Red Robot taking a final reset by the looks.
Okay, this is
a
it for
very
both
tight
players.
timing.
This is it. Last run for both players. No more resets.
They cannot reset now. Whatever run time they get on this run is what they get.
You can hear the timer there a little bit. Might be a little bit of a stressor there. Whoever said it, unfortunately. Maybe it's a little bit of a motivation. Push it to the limit. We'll have to see. So far, both runs are still alive. Oh, and then Jester misses the key.
Dying instead of getting the key there. That is unfortunate, and that's going to be the end of his attempts. So it's
right.
just Red Robot here onto the climb. He's going to get a variation on the slug jump there. And he's gets the turret skip.
And the Batman is good.
Skip. All right. This could be the run.
This is looking like a very solid run.
There we go.
Oh man, what a run to end on. This is
the nest jump there. This is going to be close. Bringing in the 3 bombers.
Moving into the heart.
Scout for the portal. All right, we've got the portal set, and it's just 8 bombers to end. And then we'll see what the times are. Of course, he could mess up here, but it is unlikely.
He's in the home stretch.
All right, and just 2 bomb left now. And that is
okay, and that's going to be the final run for Red Robot. And he did get a PB on that one. 202.
Wow, that
very
is
nice.
Fast run.
All right. So do we show our times?
Let's see the times we've got. Red Robot.
Holy
I am curious.
moly.
I only managed to finish 1 run. Unfortunately, I had some really silly errors, and that one I finished did have an error, so let's see. Oh, you win.
I got a PB.
Okay, wow.
And Red Robot takes it on the very last race. What a nail biter.
I started that with like 2 seconds to spare before 15 minutes was
Yes.
Yeah, I got this really decent run early, so I had one mistake, but unfortunately, while I got runs near the end, I just had this, I was like hitting the arrow like 1 frame early on a lot of things. So I was getting these basically like bad engineers essentially.
Yeah, I had a couple of those.
Yeah.
Man, that was a great race, guys. Good job.
Yeah.
GG.
GG.
Oh, my heart is pumping.
Impressive.
I did not realize how short 15 minutes would feel when you're
I did some
level
like
2.
That's why I was like so kind of stressed about this, because I did some tests of this a while back where I was giving myself like 15 minutes to run. Like, yeah, it goes quickly.
Oh my gosh, that last run I got off, I cannot believe it. It was so incredible.
That was incredible.
Yeah, both of you guys should be proud. Both of those are just blazingly fast runs. My goodness, and to get them just in a 15-minute time limit, 17 minutes. It's just
actually
wild.
I didn't see your time. What did you get?
I got 203.33.
203? That's crazy. We both got some like 205s. Is nuts.
Yeah, you guys knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, as I counted one out early, still had a mistake, and unfortunately I couldn't quite bring it back for another one. Because, as I said, when it comes down to it, there's a difference between stubbornness and consistency.
Wait a minute, check
I think we both proved
that
that we have a lot of consistency. I did not think it would go this low in this race at all.
Yeah, that is a huge accomplishment. Oh, is it true that that's a PB for you, Red Robot?
It is.
Yo, congratulations. That is awesome, man.
Yeah, that's definitely huge. Congrats on that.
And can I jump in really quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We just received a donation by the amount of $888.88.
That's
And
insane.
That is going toward the Adventurous Detour. I think that is enough to absolutely obliterate that target. So congratulations, everyone. And
yeah, I think that meets it.
yeah, from Tonda, Comment is Tonda's top 5. Mini and Max, Golfaria, Mortal to Warp Tank, Barbuda. Thank
Good
you
list.
so much.
And that's a solid list.
I would agree.
Where are your guys' top 5?
Oh
I think my
gosh.
top one is Mooncat. Excited to play that with some adventurous detour rooms.
I think
Oh,
my
yeah.
top. I think my top 5 is not necessarily in this order, but Ninpek, Night Manor, Divers, Seaside Drive, and Pink Golf.
Yeah, those are some solid games.
I'd say probably me is Avianos, Campanella 2, and Mini and Max. At
That's
least
3.
for top 3. 5, I gotta pick 2 more. Let's go with honestly, Rail Heist. And
Yeah.
oh, it's tough.
Yeah.
Night Manor. Night Manor was so fun the first time you play it. And even then, speedrunning it's really enjoyable too.
Yeah, speedrunning Night Manor is unexpectedly fun. It doesn't really seem like it would be fun at first, but you can really get into it as you like. You'll see later. We'll get to Night Manor later tonight. Python's going to give it an amazing run of that.
Cool.
I personally really like Mortal, Campanella, Rail Heist. Probably Fistel at this point, and
Fistel is
Combatants.
climbing for me. After
Those are
seeing
probably
your
my
runs
top
for
5.
Fistel,
Fistel is so weird for me. Like Fistel was literally, in terms of my rankings, number 50 for me casually. It was my least favorite game in the collection by far, but it's actually become my favorite speedrun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun speedrun.
It's an impressive speedrun. I've seen some of it, and I'm excited to see that later.
that's probably it from us, though, right, guys?
Yep. Yeah, we'll be sending it to the next runner.
Yeah, GG's.
GG. And congrats again on your win.
Hello and welcome back to Cherry Rush. I am Winterbit. Hope everyone's doing well. We are cruising tonight with these cherries. Very, very excited to see the rest of the evening, how the schedule's gonna shape up. Up next, we do have Quibble Race, but first we do have a couple of donations to talk about. One from Matt by the amount of $17. Comment $17 for 17 minutes Zoldath Nightmare Seed. Yeah, I was talking about earlier how John mentioned that the seed was exactly the kind of seed he wanted to see. So that was that's something you never want to see John Perry talk about. I will say that much. Call Me Pip donates $25 with no comment. Thank you very much for that. We also have Furia with another $25 and a donation from Keeney by the amount of $1 with the comment Rail Heist mention. Heck yeah, love Rail Heist. I did want to give my top 5 as well, because Tonda talked about it in that massive donation from earlier. Thank you again for that. If I had to pick... Okay, let's start with the top 1. I'd say top 1, the game I always end up coming back to is Ping Golf. Ping Golf is the game to end all games. Absolutely fantastic. Followed closely by Magic Garden, and then I'd probably say Cyber Owls after that, despite my recent experience with that game. Fourth, I'd probably have to place Mooncat there, because it's just such a unique and fascinating experience. And personally, I like the weird controls. Gives it some extra character. But, appropriately enough, I'd probably put number 5 at Quibble Race. So I'm definitely looking forward to this run. We do have multiple players on board, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, buckle yourselves in, it's going to be a wild night.
Hold on. Hello, everybody. It's me, Matt. I am here to briefly make a guest appearance because I have some special guests to announce. We are here with our 4 runners. We have got a guy, Flick, and Goose, who are all runners of this game and have submitted runs for it. But we also have a very special guest participating in this run. We have got the John Perry, original developer of this game, I believe, in its original form. Is that correct, John? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, along with Derek, we created the first version of this back in '99 or something like that.
Yes, and we'll be playing in this 4-way race, and joining us on commentary is the aforementioned Derek from Mossmouth, developer along with John for this game and many others in UFO 50. Please welcome John to the cast on the mic. Welcome, Derek.
Hi, great to be here. I'm excited for this.
Yes, and we're excited to have you. Without further ado, I will step away. Just wanted to give a very special welcome to our special guests and thank them for joining us. Would you all please give your warmest welcomes to John and Derek for joining us? And I'll hand it off to the runners to do a little intro and tell you what to expect in this race. Thanks, everyone.
Woo!
Who goes
This
first?
is Quibble Race. Hello, I'm a guy. I used to be the world record holder, but no longer am. I love Quibble Race. It's a great time. It's also incredibly random, and there is very little skill involved at all. But it's going to be a great time, and I love it. So get keen.
I am Flick. I'm not sure if this is something to be proud of or ashamed of, but I am the current speedrun world record holder for Quibble Race, both Gold and Cherry, and I really love this game. There's just something about it. It's so simple. It's so silly. I mean, gambling is fun, and It's so wacky and silly when they fall over, when they die. It's just such a good game. So I'm gonna have some fun today. Honestly, anything can happen in Quibble Race, so the fact that I have world record means nothing. I will do my best, but I expect some wacky shenanigans.
Hello, everybody. I'm Goose. You've seen me commentate, you've seen me educate, and now you're going to see me dominate. Next.
Wow. I'm John Perry. I worked on this game. I have very little experience speed running it, but it's a gambling game, so anything could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and get things rolling here. This is going to be a very similar race to the last one, in which we were going to have 15 minutes to attempt a cherry run. If you get gold, that's great. If you get cherry, that's the entire point. So ideally, that's what we go for. So you all have 15 minutes to pick yourself up a cherry. If anyone finishes, that is going to count toward the marathon, thankfully. But ideally, we see 4 cherries by the end of the time. And I'm going to go ahead and get us counted in if everyone's ready.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Ready.
You're going to be...
Yep. I'm ready.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to be starting the timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Good luck.
All right.
Oh, L
May
Ryan,
the
my
best
first race.
gambler win.
I'm going to sponsor G Fury.
So I'm curious for the professionals out there. Are there any strats for Quibble Race to make it actually consistent or somewhat consistent to get cherry?
Yeah. Somewhat. Cherry, not so much.
More consistent. I'm
Kinda.
going to be trying to sponsor Quibbles to increase my and guard Quibbles, which helps a bit, but absolutely does not guarantee you the cherry even a little bit.
I've
so I think that
I've personally managed some Quibble Race gold streaks myself. I've gotten up to 6 before, so you can make it a little more consistent. The cherry's a little rough, though.
6
Yeah,
golds
cherry
in a
is
row,
all
yeah,
over
it's
the
quite
place.
impressive.
Yeah, you really want a really high-paying Quibble in the final race for the cherry. Otherwise, it's kind of tricky to get enough money.
It's basically
to even
mandatory,
meet the
yeah.
requirement. Yeah.
Have you guys bothered to
I'm going to
learn
hope my
which
sponsored
Quibbles
Quibble wins here.
are clumsy and so on?
Oh, say that again, John?
Oh, I'm just wondering if they've spent any time trying to learn which ones are clumsy, and the stats.
Always bet on
they're fairly
Ray.
consistent in this game.
I mean, I have a decent memory at this point of, broadly speaking, there's the good Quibbles, there's the bad Quibbles. But sometimes the bad ones are who you want, exactly because they pay so much money. So you have to be flexible, I think. Actually, I might not have enough money to cherry this run because I lost.
Oh, that did not go.
I've got a bit of a cash reserve here so far. So we'll see what I need on the final race. I've only been going for 1-to-1s, but I've been winning them.
It's so funny seeing all these Quibbles running at the same time.
I'm only going for long shots.
Come on, Princess. Thank you.
I'm skipping sponsoring. I'm just going for long shots. Basically.
I need a 4-to-1 or better, and the only thing I have available is a 10-to-1. Oh no!
Derek, I will say that was the whole point. To have 4 screens of Quibbles.
Okay.
Oh dear, what do I do?
I didn't have enough money at the end to get the cherry, or none of the Quibbles had enough rate.
Oh no, I think they blocked my poison. I think I'm losing this one, guys.
Yeah, I lost in race 4, and then there was only a 6-to-1 Quibble in race 6, so I had to reset, and then I spent way too long deciding my character for my second run.
I could bet on anything
I was
below
like,
a 4-1, and the only thing I got was a 1-1, a 2-1, and a 10-1. So that sucked.
That's how the quibbles race.
That's how the quibbles race. Oh.
That old saying.
There's also a question about quibble stats and whether
Oh,
people
what?
know the quibble stats, and we do know them, and someone made a chart that actually organizes them in both speed and clumsiness relative to each other, so we have a graph basically of how good every quibble is from objective worst to objective best.
Yep, El Rey. Always bet on El Rey.
Mm-hmm.
Every
and
time.
that's actually something that's a bit different from this version compared to previous versions of Quibble Race. And for people who are unaware, this is kind of like the fourth version of Quibble Race that John and I have made. The first version was a prototype on a calculator that was actually called Hog Race. And then there are two other versions of Quibble Race, including a Flash version on Newgrounds, and then this UFO 50 version.
And now there's a board game which is kind of a bit like Quibble Race as well.
Oh yeah, that's actually a board game that John designed that came out recently called Hot Streak. And yeah, so if you like Quibble Race, Hot Streak, you should definitely check it out as a physical kind of like a Quibble Race type game.
And I was so close on that first run. It was like a tiny couple of pixels that I lost by.
But yeah, I think previous versions of Quibble Race, I believe the stats were pretty much randomized for each quibble each time you played.
Oops, all wild
so
cards.
there was, yeah, so there's no there's no memorizing stats or anything like that.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, because I heard of the Newgrounds version, but I didn't know there were any other versions. I thought it was just Newgrounds and then UFO 50.
Same.
So the calculator version we obviously never released.
My quibble died.
So the hidden
that's
lore
actually
is revealed.
that's actually a difference between this version and previous versions. Also, is that in previous versions, if you poisoned a quibble, they just wouldn't appear in the race at all. So that was something that John added in this version just to make it more exciting.
It is so much more fun this way when you don't know whether your quibble is gonna die in the middle of the race or not, like just happened to me. It's so much fun.
Yep.
G-Fury.
And it's funny because, we talk about how random this version is, but, John did try to add mechanics to this version to make it a little less random. Like the max bet is something that's exclusive to this version of Quibble Race compared to the previous ones.
Oh my goodness, I only have 2-1s.
That's how the quibble races.
Yeah, I imagine for Cherry, you really want to have those big spreads.
You do need them if you don't get enough money early on.
I think I'm pulling up to race 6 with lots of money, so we're going to see what happens.
Okay.
I'm going to bet it all. Oh, I need to bet
As always.
I need to bet on Gunther to win. No.
Oh no, I had that basically the same thing earlier.
All right.
There's a chance. There's always a chance in Quibble Race.
Come on.
I believe in the heart of the Quibbles. You can do it, Gunther. I believe in you.
Come on, Gunther.
Booger. Oh man, I'm almost at the end of run number 2.
I'm on more than number 2 already.
Yeah, I imagine you guys are going at a super pace.
I'm not just mashing. Oh, come on, no! Oh,
looks like he's doing pretty well from what I can tell.
Line.
Yeah, I had a very good race 6, race 1 to 5, but then I needed Gunther to win, and Gunther didn't win.
Good.
I heard,
Domino.
I think it was Lightning. I can't remember who won, but I think it was Lightning, and I gave them pills, but they made it to the end even though they were dizzy.
That's the way the Quibbles race.
That's the way
So
the
true.
Quibble
as
crumbles.
they say. Fink just fell over for like 20 seconds.
Oh boy.
But might still win? Hold on.
I'm coming up on a
All
All right,
potential
come on,
victory
Black
here.
Eye.
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
No! Hatsu's
I'm a little-
dead!
No.
Ooh, John's got a chance here, actually.
Yeah, come on, Black Eye. No! This could be it, though. Come on. Come on.
John's our
Yes.
dark quibble contestant in this race.
Oh,
I think maybe I
gosh,
got it.
can win this. It's
Oh,
possible.
2 bananas in the way, though, John.
Anything can
poison's
happen
the
in the
nose.
Quibble races.
I might win this.
Oh boy.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, Black Eye!
This is not the final race.
We gotta
but
pray.
Whatever.
We gotta pray,
I think
chat.
I got it.
If it all hinged on Black
Die,
Eye,
die.
that would be a pretty.
Go down. Oh,
That would be
okay.
a pretty amazing.
Come
way to
on.
win.
Okay.
John Perry
Oh my
first.
gosh.
John
Oh
Perry
my
won.
gosh.
And I'm getting second. Oh. Good race.
John,
I'm right
Wow.
behind
did
you.
you just win the cherry race on Black Eye? That's
I
kind of
did.
nuts.
That feels, I don't know, somehow symbolic. You want to explain why Black Eye is?
Two
Oh
cherries.
Because
yeah,
you have-
so Black Eye is named after Black Eye Software, which is the video game label that John and I had when we were kids, that we released a number of freeware games under, including Quibble Race.
Yeah.
So for
Oh,
it to
come
kind of
on.
hinge on Black Eye at the very end is pretty cool for us.
All right, I need Super Q to win for my cherry.
I
got
Can
have
you do it,
been
Super
having
Q?
the worst luck. My gosh.
Come on, we gotta get 4 cherries on the board.
I'll
Come on,
take an
Super
L-Ray.
Q. Oh, Bossimo is faster. No. All right, is Bossimo poisoned? Please, please, please. No. Wait, no. I think Bossimo
Surely
is
Lightning can beat
boosted.
Wiggins. Surely.
Surely. Surely.
All right,
Surely.
That's
John
No.
definitely did not activate a cheat that only we know about to give him better RNG than everyone else, by the way. Just
I
wanna
believe
say
I'm
it.
that.
sure.
Not.
Just wanna say that up
Also,
front.
now that I've won,
Let's go
it's
Brad.
not a game of luck. It's clearly a game of skill.
Oh, of course, all the time.
Oh, of
That's
course.
right.
All day long. No, G Fury's probably poisoned.
So, Derek and John, what are your favorite quibbles?
Black Eye just shot up the charts for me after giving me that nice race. But I like Snowball. Very
Snowball,
partial
okay.
to Snowball.
Question.
No.
I'm a fan of G Fury myself.
Classic.
G Fury's about to lose this race for me, so I'm not a fan anymore. I used to be. Wait,
Grace
wait.
said my
wait.
favorite quibble in
Oh,
chat.
it won! I'm a fan of G Fury again. Take it back.
Huge. My favorite quibble's Rotumbo. Always been on Rotumbo.
Rotumbo looks larger to me.
Rotumbo looks larger every day.
Combo's on a strange diet.
Oh, Cheetah, you're too good.
That here
Oh,
is
right, do not
actually
lose the
named.
pickles.
What happened?
No, it's fine. It's L-Ray won. It's all good. Let's take.
Okay.
Alright.
I was just gonna say another little.
Low.
Oh no,
Another
L-Ray's
fun
gonna appear
fact
in the final race. Damn you, L-Ray. It's the one race I don't want him in.
Come on, Shadow.
For this race where John is sneaking in as one of the developers.
I have to say,
It's going to be
Q,
$1 billion in
think,
debt.
Mr. Q, I think, is a character that was in the Flash version of the game. I think he was introduced in the Flash version.
Yeah, it's going to be a highlight of this entire event that John Perry got us the Quibble Race Cherry, no sweat, first one to do it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And he tried to sound so unassuming too in his intro.
Also, shout out to Goose having the triple cloppy. That is getting a lot of attention right now.
Okay, I guess I'm betting on Wiggins.
Now the win was totally due to the secret cheat that always wins.
I can't even get enough money to win.
Let's cheer on a guy for this final race, and I do want to take one last moment to say that we have opened an incentive last minute for Warp Tank. If you donate to that, you can see Spooty change to every color available in the whole game, see all the colors of the Warp Tank, and you don't normally see that. You can go take a stop in the cafe. We love that. Yippee. Okay, that's it.
I poisoned the wrong Quibble. I'm just gonna be $1 billion in debt. Can I get is there a negative cherry for getting negative $10,000 at the end of the run?
Yeah, we can do that.
Be like
Right, Matt?
the cherry stem or something like that. I don't know. Cherry
Yeah.
stem reward.
That'll do it. Hang on. Just gonna watch me go into debt.
Also just said black cherry. Makes sense. Kinda.
Oh, look at me go. Yep. Oh well. That was unfortunate.
$10. You can build it back up from there. Oh, maybe not. I'm sorry. Let's forget about that.
Not quite.
That was great, though. That
Very
was a
good.
lot of
race.
quibbles
Fun.
on the screen at once.
Closer than I expected.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that was fantastic, y'all. Great job.
Thank you once again, Derek and John, for both being here and being part of this race. We really appreciate it. This has been so great to have you on and hear some of the fun lore behind the game, the quibbles. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us and just for putting on this event, Matt, and everyone who's helped, and the runners and Partners in Health, and everyone who's donated, and everyone who's participated and watched and chatted, just played UFO 50. We're really blown away by all of this. It's just been absolutely incredible for us to see people just enjoy the game so much, and the games, and yeah, every game has just been astounding what the runners have managed to do with it. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
second
you.
all of that.
Tons of love in the
Thank you
chat
both
for both of you.
Yeah, thank you both for all of your work on such an awesome collection of games.
Yeah, it really is incredible.
Oh, we appreciate it, and yeah, I mean, seeing an event like this, yeah, just it really makes it feel very worth it. So thanks.
Great to be in this phase of it, right where we can enjoy an event like this. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's a labor of love, and it really shows through. Appreciate everything you've done on it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. On behalf of the players here and our guest appearances from John and Derek, thank you so much. And we will step away now, and I'll hand it back to Winterbit when we return for our next run. Thank you, everybody. We'll be right back.
Bye.
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 See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Hello and welcome back to Cherry Rush, right here on UFO 50 Cherry Rush. I am Winnabit, your host for this evening. That was a pretty awesome race. I was very, very happy to see that. And we are currently looking at quite a few donations that have come in during that race as well. We have $10 from Joe with the smiley face. Thank you, Joe. $10 from Glove the Glove. John wins. We got $25 from Matt. John Perry wins Quibble Race for the people. Heck yeah, the people's champ, John Perry. We have $10 from Smo with the comment, John Cherry. Good one, Smo, I approve. We've got $10 from Bob Venom, who contributes to the $10 Quibble Fund. Thank you for your donation, Bob. The Quibbles are very happy. We've also got $30 from Dom. Always a blast watching Stan play Devolution. Also, shout out Stan for being the only person to beat the hard mode of Devolution Remix. Smiley. And finally, we have $15 from Val. Shoutouts to Stan, a very talented artist, gamer, and friend. This donation is for one of the runs I was looking forward to the most. Go, go, Stan! That is awesome. Now, I did want to talk about one of the most recently opened donation incentives. We actually only have 2 runs to meet this incentive. It's the multicolored warp tank run. If this incentive is met within the next 2 runs, we are going to be having Spooty Biscuit, the runner of Warp Tank, visit every color changer for the tank, which is the playable character. He's going to be going to every changing spot and changing his tank's color as he approaches each spot where you can do that. So it's going to be a very colorful run if we can meet that incentive. So go ahead and get your donations in. We are $115 of the way there to the $500 goal. Sounds like a tall order, but I believe in us. We can do it. We've got a little over a half hour to meet it. And it's funny that we were talking about Black Eye Software, by the way, earlier with Quibble Race, because not only was Black Eye Software responsible for publishing Quibble Race, but they were also the creators of Diabolica, which is the game that was either proceeded or preceded, depending on your view of chronology, by the next game in our list here. This is Devolution, played by Stan Fords.
Hello, my name's Stan, and I'm here to run a very special game, one of my favorite games in the collection, called Devolution. Joining me on the couch are 2 equally enthusiastic Devolution experts. First of all, we have I Love Mooncat, aka P and Violet.
Hello.
And also we have the lovely Gurizuri.
Hi there. Stan is right. I really, really, really like Devolution, one of my top 5 favorite games in the pack. And Stan is such a good friend of mine. I'm really excited to see him absolutely crush this run. If you've never seen a Devolution Cherry before, you are in for a treat. Stan is going to blow you away.
That's right. If all goes well, this will end a very smooth run. So without further ado, time will start in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so what kind of game is Devolution? Basically, as you can see here, it is a grid-based puzzle game where you place down pieces or bombs to blow up the demons that spawn across the field. The catch is that at the end of each round, you can only defeat only one. You can only blow up 1 bomb at the end of each round. So what you have to essentially do is to blow up 1 piece and create a chain reaction that will defeat all of those demons, or most of the demons, but yeah, as you can see, each piece has their designated explosion spots, and they will create a chain reaction that defeats demons. And if you have more or same villagers than you have demons, you proceed to the next round. And at the start of each round, more demons start spawning, and you repeat that for 10 rounds, and that's how the game works.
Yep, and Devolution also features a sort of loot or like hierarchical system where I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but every so often, once you place down a certain amount of pieces, you'll get a chance at having another higher tier piece, so to speak. The cannon right here is an example of one of them. Those pieces typically give you more 2-for-1 and up potential, so getting multiple pieces out of just one. They're very, very valuable compared to the common pieces that you normally get in your pool. You really like to see those a lot, but you don't always get them. Sometimes you'll be blessed by the RNG gods into getting multiple frogs or multiple pieces that you really don't want a lot of. But even then, those can sometimes be helpful.
Right, so one thing I have to mention is that if you defeat all the demons at the end of the round, it will reward you with an extra villager. So extra villagers means more safety, and basically getting more villagers is supposed. It sounds like it's supposed to be beneficial for the run, but defeating all the demons in a single round is also tricky business because, as you can see here, getting a single demon all the way to the corner of the map could cost you easily like 3 or 4 extra pieces. So you have to carefully balance out, as you can see, I got a villager, but will it actually worth it to get that extra villager? Because I might not, I might run out of pieces by the end of the riddle round, so you might have to look out for that.
I do want to point out Devolution's cherry condition. For the most part, in a speedrun setting, usually doesn't matter too much. The gold for Devolution is to just beat the game. The cherry is going to be beating the game with a score of 30,000 or more. Because you get a score bonus, I believe it's 1,000 points for each of the pieces and the time that you get at the end of the round. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong on that, but you usually don't have to worry too much about the cherry, thankfully. Like, you're usually going to get it if you're speedrunning the game. And we're coming up on the round 5 here. If you've never played Devolution, the purple demons here, you've probably seen Stan take care of these red demons multiple times. Those are obviously a one-hit kill. The purple guys, they take 2 hits to kill. You can leave them with like 1 HP left and just kill them on another round if you want to do that, to sort of put your damage in installment plans. Later, we're also going to see another demon that is very similar to the purple demons that are a lot harder to deal with because they heal in between rounds.
I'm a big fan of this network of bugs created.
Oh, and as you can see here, I intended to detonate the pack first, but I forgot in the middle of the round. So that's going to be a reset. I should mention that this is not an easy game by any means. Like, the playtime for this, for like casual players, can start actually anywhere to like 2 hours to 20 hours to like 200 hours. And that is not an exaggeration, because Devolution heavily relies on like checking your work and remembering every single detail about the pieces you put down. And it's very easy to get like overwhelmed by the pieces that you put down. So what a lot of new players do is to like take a screenshot and draw out in something like Microsoft Paint, like the route of your page to make sure that your route absolutely works. In a speedrun setting, however, we don't exactly have the the ability to do that. So what this becomes is a very almost like a gambling run. So like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I sure hope it will. So we're just gonna spend it.
Yeah, there's a lot of just sending it for this, right? Just hoping and praying.
Absolutely, and at that point, it is like most of Devolution's runtime is going to be you thinking about everything else. It's not going to be about the tech. It's not going to be about like placement. It is like the more you spend time thinking, it's going to cost you on the time. So, I mean, I am doing a pretty risky run, to be honest. If I'm being honest, so I made a pledge to like donate $25 each time a game is over. So that's already. Let's just put this here, and there's $25 in the can. And we don't want to see a game over. That's not what we're here for. So, right, and that seems good.
Can I jump in with a quick donation?
Yeah, sure.
We have $6.66 from Godless Gamer. Good luck. Been waiting for this.
Ooh,
Me too.
that's a demonic number.
That's a demonic number. Yeah.
All right, so coming up here,
Yeah, it's a very juicy rocket spot.
That's gonna kill the villager. Oh yeah, you can't kill villagers in this, and sometimes it could be worth it to sack a villager to get like a bunch of grouped demons in one go. We're not going to be doing that, however, because it's already pretty risky to have like like having more villagers is a safety strat. I plan on getting at least like 4 villagers for a consistent route. As you can see, we are 2 villagers into round 4, which does not sound too good. So I might have to plan out some like perfect routes.
Yeah, the villagers are really, honestly, one of my favorite parts about the game. It's one of the things that really attracted me to the game to begin with. It's such a genius system of risk reward because they're not just inherently stronger. As you can see, your villagers take up spots on the board, so you really have to make the decision as a player personally with your playstyle. Do you want to have more villagers, have more safety HP, or would you rather not have that because you'll get less maneuverability and chances to place pieces in more optimal spots? That trade-off that you have to do is one of my absolute favorite parts of the game. It makes playing the game feel just so cerebral, and it's just, I love it. The game design in Devolution is just so great. I could talk about it for hours. It's fantastic.
Right, so coming up here,
one off.
That's two's less than 3.
Two is less than 3.
That is gonna be $50.
Okay, $50 in the can for my man Stan.
This is alright though. Most of Devolution runs end in failure. It's really all about just trying to get to the good ones.
This is more exciting anyway, let's be honest here.
We're just eating our vegetables first, and then we can have our desserts. With the cherry on top.
Ooh.
This is a very nice full clear, by the way. 16 seconds is really good.
Alright, let's see.
Okay, so one of the things Stan was talking about earlier that is kind of an integral part once you want to start speedrunning this game is that sort of hoping and praying sort of attitude towards the game. Because if you want to go fast, you do kind of have to have moments where you just commit and hope that you get the right piece. You'll probably experience that even if you're not speedrunning the game, just finding yourself going, oh my gosh, I really hope I get the cross piece right now, or else this chain is going to become a lot more complicated. And obviously doing that, you set yourself farther back. If you're using pieces to not get demons, you know, you want to lessen your potential for wasting pieces as much as you possibly can. And sometimes that's hard when you're hoping and praying.
Yeah, I'll prefer a safer strat here to wreck up some villagers. Running out of, so far I have not run out of pieces. All of those mistakes have been me throwing, like, out of greed, getting too fast. And that's kind of the deal with speedrunning Devolution, is that you never really get to plan out anything. It's like, I would like almost compare it to something like Balatro, where you like you have a lot of jokers in your hand. You don't know exactly how, if it's gonna make the piece total, but you might be certain, so you're just gonna send it. Like, here. Alright, so another thing I want to talk about in here are the piece tiers that Corey mentioned earlier. So the pieces are divided into 3 tiers. The tier 1 is the highest. Those are the most powerful pieces. They're the bomb, which blows up a 3x3 space. The rocket that is comprised of 2 pieces and can essentially send a bomb wherever you want on the map. And final item is the cannon, which blows up everything horizontally. So the game uses a bomb-back system that essentially guarantees at least one drop of a tier 1 piece every 6 pieces. So essentially what you want to do is to use those pieces as efficiently as possible. For example, early rounds aren't gonna like matter too much. I'm just gonna like pop them down on like loser spots, but that strat is gonna be like integral in later rounds, like round 8 or 9, if we even get there.
We should mention too, typically, this isn't a 100% rule, but typically you kind of want your villagers to ideally be on like the outskirts. Any villagers that are sort of in the middle and farther in are, usually a little bit worse, just sort of by the way they take up space. When they're around the edges, you usually feel pretty good about that because they're a lot more out of the way, and you have a lot better chances of clearing the demons around. Fantastic full clear again for round 4. That's going to get him up to 5 villagers. We have a lot of safety HP now going forward.
Ooh, I don't like to look at those villager placements though.
Yeah, so as we're saying, right, that's kind of rough. You have 2 villagers right beneath them that, if that villager wasn't there, you'd get a nice juicy cross piece, but you're seeing here with the villager placement, it makes things a little bit trickier than you'd like.
That's not good.
That worked out pretty well.
That was a good save.
I also wanted to talk about some strats that players deploy. So you have a set amount of pieces, but like a lot of players, especially the Toad we're seeing right here, he's just sitting on the board, croaking. He's a fan favorite for a lot of it, but also the Toad blows up in like any space that's 2 spaces away from him, and a lot of players are like, they find it very hard to utilize that. So what they do is like place a bunch of, if a Toad spawns here, like they're going to like place it in the corner where it's not going to be affected by the explosions at all. But putting that piece on the corner, if you don't use it at all, is still a viable strat, because at the end of the game, there's going to be a count of the pieces that you didn't use, but they also count towards the full total, so it is a very useful strat. But personally, I don't think that is a very like.
Oh, we won over? Oh no, I really thought you had that. Dang, that was close. Okay. That's progress though.
It's progress. Alright, 5 times the charm. Let's go!
Starting with the bomb, that feels
I feel like I do want to highlight that placing pieces, like just to like block spots, is actually the strategy used for high score runs, but it's a very complicated strategy, so I don't recommend just learning Demolition.
Yeah, I don't have the brain power for that strat, I won't lie. Just straight up.
Mind if I hop in with a couple quick donations?
Sure.
Alright, we've got $6 from Matt, who donated $2 for every Mortal 2 clear, of which there were 3. Thank you, Matt.
Nice.
Then we have $10 from Glunion. Thank you for the late night spookies. Devolution and Night Manor are 2 of my favorite games in the collection. Smiley face.
The Demolition works too. It's making me feel elated.
Those both went toward the multicolored warp tank incentive. Be sure to put your donations in toward that incentive, y'all, because that is going to be very fun and very colorful if you need it. We have to do it within the next 2 runs, so Devolution and Night Manor, get those donations in.
Yeah, you guys definitely want to donate for that. There's some really cute colors for the tanks. I like the orange one the most.
Yeah, orange is fun.
They're on like fun shapes and stuff. It's just cool. It's very cute. Stan, do you mind if I talk about sort of the origins of Devolution a little bit?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, so Devolution, you might not be aware. Somebody might have touched on it earlier in the marathon, but it's one of the games that was originally made by, I believe, Derek Yu and John Perry. I don't know the exact year. I think it's 99, maybe 2000. But it's based on an old game called Diabolica, which is very similar to this, but it has a different grid size, different pieces, and different gameplay in general. You have to, for example, place all of the pieces in your pool in Diabolica before you can detonate anything, which makes it very, very different. Stan has described Devolution as sort of the greatest hits or definitive edition of Diabolica, and I think that's kind of a perfect way to put it. This game really takes a lot of the concepts in Diabolica and really just fleshes them out, tunes it perfectly, really optimizes the experience overall. I think they did a fantastic job with keeping such an old idea that's been around for 20 plus years and making the most of it. It really goes to show that you just don't want to throw out good ideas because you never know what's still going to be inside of them years and years later.
Very aptly put. Yeah, I would say, like, I have gone back and played Diabolica myself. It is a Windows PC freeware game. You could download it right now on your PC, and you can download it from Derek's website. It is still archived over there, but yeah, the playing experience for that is like the difference between Diabolica and Devolution is like almost night and day. I would say that one is a arcade high score chaser, and while this one has a more definitive ending. And having a very smaller screen size is like perfect for a game of this scale to like be absolutely like replayable over and over again and never get tired of it.
Yeah, I agree. The tile amount, I believe this is a 10 by 8. I forget if Diabolica is a 12 by 12. It's quite a large size, and one of the devs might be able to chime in chat, but some early screenshots and videos of UFO 50 also show Devolution starting with a much larger board state. I'm really glad that they reduced it because, again, I think it's just another step towards really streamlining the experience and just making the gameplay as clean and I don't want to say simplistic, but again, streamlined as possible.
Right,
we have a couple more donations if we have a moment.
Sure.
We've got $26 from Canvas, who says John wins, followed by Crazy Devolutions. Thank you for that, Kansas. How'd you Kansas?
We got another one to thank now.
You like Kansas?
If I made it this far without a flub like that, I could be happy. We also have $5 from Val1407, who says, I already donated for you, Stan, but I'm giving you more to show you my support. Fully cheering you on. You got this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Val,
Val.
a very dear friend and moderator in the community. He's very supportive of everything, and thank you for the donation. Alright, this should be good to go. Oh my god.
Oh no, you're close. You're so close. Oh no. There's just that one hiccup with the demon guy.
Right. We have bid 6 game overs. We're not backing out of this.
Right. Yeah, well, you're committed to the bit. And hey, once again though, that's another round more than the
Emphasis
last.
on playing slowly will be a top priority now. We cannot risk it anymore at this point. Hold on, guys.
I love it when you put two strawmen next to each other. It's like the Spider-Man meme. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, almost. The thing about Devolution that's very interesting, I also want to talk about, is the synergy between pieces. Is because like each piece has like different abilities of like I would measure them as some metric of utility and power and also mobility. So like some pieces like the toad will like reach far across the map for you, while the others like the snakies won't. And some pieces like the strawman over here, the the VTuber I created for this very run is like a very I would say it is like the most powerful piece in Devolution, if I had to say. Well, because of their ability to take out purple demons, because they are BTS, but they could easily like overlap 2 or more pieces on the same tile, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The strawmen have very high synergy with other pieces, as Stan was saying about them earlier. You can usually put them next to a purple demon. They synergize really well with them because you have both the cross piece and the snake that act as the second hit. It works well with cross pieces to get a better angle where, or I'm sorry, the X pieces, so you can get a better angle where otherwise you might not be able to. I'm kind of with you. I don't know if I can confidently say it's like 100% the strongest, but it's definitely one of the best ones. Gives you so many interesting options for synergy with other pieces.
I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of the frog piece because jumping over other pieces is a lot of fun, and you also can take care of purple demons.
Yeah, I agree. I think of the frog as like the mover piece. Sometimes it can get you across the map. Other times it can get you like a nice 3-for-1 if you hit 3 demons at the same time, and while also moving yourself across the map with that 4 square.
Right, 5 villagers. Alright, at this point I just feel like it's best not to go for any like perfect rounds. But an example of a synergy I mentioned earlier, like for here, like an X piece and a Toad piece side by side diagonally will take out one of the purple demons at one shot. You just have to remember that to explode the X piece first. So I'm just gonna put the bomb here. And put the bomb with Toad. Right. And move the Toad with the X piece. That will hopefully line up. And, let's focus on the right side of the board.
Yeah, I guess I'll call attention to the fact that Stan noticed that none of his pieces were working on the left side, so he switched his attention to the right side. So that usually helps a lot when you're trying to get a different piece to refresh. It's just to kind of move around. Though it's easy to forget if you forget something, you have to go back and get it, or you'll just lose. So sometimes it backfires.
Okay, that looks clean to me. Beautiful. All done.
Can I just mention something? There are an unusual amount of games by Mossmouth and crew that involve orange frogs that explode.
That is very true. I never thought about that, but you're very right. And even when they're not exploding, they're usually still orange. Rakshasa, I'm thinking of you. Yeah, that looks like another clear. Alright, that's the halfway mark. That was a very good 5 rounds, even if you are, quote-unquote, taking it slow. It's still quite fast. Sub 4 or 5 rounds is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, these villager placements are pretty rough for a cannon piece here. They're blocking all the main lines.
Ooh, I may have gone for the top route here, but it should be okay. One over here. I'd say one over here. Oh, that. This one. Right. What's in it?
Looking good to me.
Okay.
Ooh, 3 demons.
Great job again. So earlier on in the run, I was talking about one of the demons we were going to see later. They are starting to appear now. These, I don't know what to call them. I'm not sure if either you know like the official name for it. I don't, but Elder Demon. Okay, that makes sense. I gotcha. So the Elder Demons, I always call them like Anubis Demons for some reason. I'm not sure why. But the Elder Demons are similar to the Purple Demons, so they have 2 HP, but they recover their HP in between rounds. So you get punished very hard for getting a piece. If you say put a straw man on it, don't connect another cross, and oops, it lived with 1 HP. It punishes you really hard. So even more than you already were, you really have to keep track of your mental the whole time, make notes of everything you're doing, because these purple pieces are real pain in the butt. I tend to avoid them personally, and I think most players prefer to take out the other pieces over the Elder Demons because of that fact. But if they're in a good spot, or a bad spot even, you have to deal with them sometimes, and it can be real tricky.
Oh, okay. 4 equals 4. That's still clear, but that was too close for comfort.
That's okay. That's the farthest so far. Let's go.
Alright, going into round 8, there are a lot of purple demons going around, and I might have to worry about the total piece count, because round 9 was like spawn of a lot of demons for me to worry about, so the best option here is just not to waste on too many perfect rounds and just focus on beating what demons you can, and just leave the ones that you cannot beat. So I'm going to place a rocket over here, and alright, that would take out both of them. This one here, Toad for the mobility, Snaky. Sure, those clumps on the lower right are... I don't like that one. Oh. I was thinking the best approach would be to... Alright. Having a cannon is a bit helpful, but I want to reach it from a little bit far away distance. And hopefully leave those shooting behind. Alright. That'll be 4 demons, I expect.
Yeah, this one's a very tricky solve with that bottom right corner you can't get to.
This, but alright, the X piece is not, there's no tier 1 pieces, so I mean,
I think you're good here.
I think you're good too, unless I missed something.
Top right, the top left. Alright.
Oh, just there. Okay, okay.
Yep, we're good. Okay.
It's a coaching moment. Alright, we're in for round 9, and this game is not gonna go easy on us, so I'll need to focus very intently here. Oh my god. This one. Right, would that be enough pieces though?
Oh no, 3 snakes. That's not good.
Oh, God.
We have to focus on dispatching demons that they're already there. Alright. A plus piece, say. I would cash in on this side. Another snake. Exactly what I wanted. Alright. This rocket should be the keystone to our victory. These up here, and would that be worth it though? Depends on what piece I get, but... Alright, I've out of pieces, so just have to track it again very carefully. This is the piece that I want to detonate. Don't want to mix this up.
Yeah, it looks like the right one.
Right.
That looks like it to me.
Oh man.
Oh no, 1 over, 1 over. Oh, that is a shame.
Strikes again.
Okay, progress again though.
Progress again. All right.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. If you got anything other than 4 snakes there, I think you would have been absolutely in the clear. But that's how it goes sometimes.
It is. Devotion sometimes does serve up spawns like that. Shout out to Boards of Heaven that has been chatting in the community for like almost a month straight about how Devolution is an evil game.
Well, thematically, unquestionably true. I think I kind of agree, even though I love this game. It is kind of evil sometimes.
Oh, actually, I do want to point something out here. So yeah, Stan did get 2 female villagers to spawn, which only happens if you start a game from a loss. If you play the game from the title screen, you can't see this. So this is a neat little quirk.
I did not know that at all. Wow. That's fascinating, huh? I wonder if that's intentional or not.
Like this.
Okay.
Like this.
Looks clean.
And boom. All right. While we're on the subject, I also wanted to talk about Devolution speedrunning scene because speedrunning this game is a very cerebral work. So not a lot of people actively go for it, but the ones who do love the game with a passion. So I was Mooncat, who was on the couch with us right now. He's currently on the 2nd place record. I voted the 3rd place, but the world record holder Ryan 4PM. Man, he is like on a completely different level. I have to say, shout out to Ryan 4PM because Violet's record and my PB is like 10 seconds, like 30 seconds apart from each other, and Ryan 4PM cuts that down to about a minute and a half. It's like a sub 6-minute run, like close to 5 minutes, and it is an absolute. The brain power required for that is like I can't even imagine like how he does it.
Oh yeah, Devolution has become like my 2nd most played game, and my PB is still a minute behind Ryan 4PM. Just absolutely insane.
I know, that's how crazy it is. It's insane.
Yeah. It is a very addicting game, so people who do run the game come back to it time to time again, just hiking for another record, as I'm doing here right now. Right, around 4 livers. That's pretty good.
It is a really nice speed game, you can just bang out a couple games when you're chilling and relaxing at home. Just why not boot up some Devolution, give it a try. It's obviously a very cerebral and thinky kind of game, but I think for me and a lot of other people, that puts you in a nice state of zen sometimes, and I do find this game very relaxing.
It is very interesting because some people say that Devolution is kind of a slow game, but the speed of Devolution is controlled by the speed at which you play. So if you got the ability to basically knock out those pieces and are super good at quick menuing, then Devolution might be the game for you.
I think it's one of my favorite speed games, along with a couple others in the collection, just because of its high ceiling, right? Like we were talking about, you and Ryan 4PM, some of the top runners in the game, and I don't think it would be baseless to say you could even improve on those times still, right? With a good amount to grow. You really are as limited in your victories as your brain can handle.
Absolutely. Right. Right. Here, here. The rock goes here. Toe.
Oh, I'm a big fan of that cannon line right there.
Yeah, it is a very good.
A lot of use.
And I do want to reach that one down there, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. So it's going to send it.
Yeah, you'll notice it's actually a super quick clear. We only had to see 4 detonations. It's another speedrun tech you can use to optimize your runs even beyond just placing the pieces faster.
Right. So if we go down to the like very nitty gritty, like very minimal optimization part of Demolition, then it gets super messy very quick. For example, like I didn't mention the villagers being like a strategic option before, but also the spawning animation for the villagers also costs you a ton, which it could like damage the run by like 1 or 2 seconds, but also be but getting villagers is also a very safe run. So the most optimal way to do a theoretically perfect run of Demolition would be to start with the 2 villagers and just stay with them for the whole round, which is an absolute nightmare. Sounds like an absolute nightmare, so...
You could save a little bit more time on the menuing if you kill 1 villager in the first round and do every round with 1 = 1.
That is true. Absolutely. And the time bonus at the end of the round ensures that, like, as long as you go fast, then... okay. Sweet. Great. As long as you go fast, the bonus points at the end of the round will be at least 10k, and the game will give you at least enough pieces to make up for the remaining cherry amount. So getting fast will get you the cherry. It's just gotta be a matter of how well you could do it.
Oh, yeah, I'm a huge fan of the cherry condition in this game. I love that it allows pretty much just 2 different options where if you play as fast as possible, you can get the cherry. And also, if you try to optimize for pieces, you'll end up with a similar score and also get the cherry. So it's a really, really good score condition, I think.
I agree. That's another one of the reasons why this game just constantly blows my mind with its game design decisions. It's just, oh, it's so good. Demolition is so peak.
Reaching that might be a problem, so let's put them here. And... alright. That should be good.
I don't know if any of us have mentioned it yet. It's not super important, but it is notable that each round technically does have a different piece amount. The rounds in order are 15, 15, 10, 20, 15, 10, 20, 15, 15, and then 13 in the final round. I've always wondered if that 13 is a cute nod, like, you know, kind of adjacent to demons being an unlucky number. I don't know how much truth there is to that. That's how I like to think of it as. But the pieces amount being 15 in rounds 8 and 9, you really start to feel it. Like, it hurts quite a bit. Thankfully, though, Stan this time is going into round 9 with a plethora of top-tier pieces. Lots of options here to choose from. This is looking really good.
Yeah, Stan didn't get a cannon or a rocket, which are definitely way better than bombs. But yeah, there's a right there, and he pretty much doesn't need it because the demons are all bunched up, so it's gonna be a pretty nice clear here.
Not a toad, but doesn't seem like they're gonna give it to me. So, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There you go. We got the right piece there.
All right, and the piece machine goes off, and one by one, the demons fall.
All right, that is round 9 done. Thankfully, the hard part of the round's over, so we're coming up on the boss. The boss has 10 HP, so we're gonna start counting. All right, it's gonna be over real quick. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go.
Okay.
That is going to be time.
Boom.
On Evolution.
Very well done. Very well done, Stan. Oh my goodness. That was awesome.
This is a very clean one right here. And yeah, easily cherry.
You'll see here the cherry requirement being 30k. What I was saying earlier, you usually don't have to worry about clearing it. If you get the game in a speedrun setting, you mostly know you're going to get the cherry condition. That was so well played, Stan. Well done, my man.
Thank you very much.
That must be making your head feel like really pressure. Wait, what?
Oh no.
Oh no! Stan! Stan, what happened? Are you there?
Not to worry.
R.I.P. Stan.
Don't worry, it grows back the next morning. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, you're right.
All right, that's the end of the run. All right, do you have anything to shout out for being on the couch?
I just want to say thank you for having me on the couch. I really am happy because I'm very passionate about this game. I'm not nearly as good as you are, but I just want to thank anybody who worked on Devolution specifically. This really is such a standout game in the collection. It's just so fantastic. It brings me so much joy. Yeah, just again, thank you for Matt for putting on this whole event. And you just did such a good job, man. I'm really proud of you. That was such a good run.
Oh, yeah, I can do one too. Shoutouts to the UFO 50 community Discord, really awesome place, and shoutouts to Goose too.
All right, and shoutouts to these two have been very helpful in practicing Devolution. They're all by whatever consultants, anything explosive related, and thanks to the devs for making the game. And a special shout out to the UFO 50 artist community in particular. They've made a lot of amazing projects over for this event, and I hope you check them out. Right. The end. That's gonna be the end.
And we're back, coming at you live from UFO 50 Cherry Rush. Hello, I am Winterbit, your host for the evening. Welcome to our spooky block, which consists of, technically Devilition and Night Manor. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Y'all met that open cage incentive real fast. Very proud of you. Very, very exciting. Open cage is perhaps the most terrifying thing to ever happen to not just UFO 50, but video games as a whole. You better brace yourselves. It's spooky. We have a couple of donations.
Hello, everybody. My name is Python, and I'm gonna be running Night Manor for you here. Now, you guys absolutely blew us away with donation incentives. The open cage opened like I don't know 7 hours ago at $1,000, thinking, oh well, this is gonna be open all day, and you guys met it so fast. It got met in the middle of Block Koala, which was at like 3 o'clock my time, and now it's 11. And now it's midnight. So, thank you guys for being just incredible, donating so much to Partners in Health. So, real quick, I want to introduce my commentators. Suddenly Jester, care to introduce yourself?
Hey, I am Suddenly Jester. I am a speedrunner for Night Manor. I am going to be helping Python out with commentary, so explaining some of the more technical stuff during the run. However, with us, we also have a very special guest, if Fun now wants to introduce Guyself.
Hi there, it's me, Paul Hubens. I was the director, or I guess writer, if you prefer, on Night Manor.
Thank you for coming on, Paul. After the run, we're gonna actually get a little bit of like dev commentary. I got the A-OK from the team. The run itself is lightning fast, blink and you miss it. So Jester is going to be doing all of the commentary while I play the game, because if I try to commentate and play, it's going to be ridiculous. So let me go ahead and get that terminal code going. And before I start, I just want to mention that this code is not for the faint of heart. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it does just yet. You'll know when you see it. But if you are if you're afraid of like real intense scenes of horror, I advise you to look away for the remainder of this run. On top of that, the code does change the route, and I'm going to let Jester talk about that a little bit, but this is a unique route specific to Open Cage that Jester cooked up for me a couple days ago. So huge thank you for that. And I'm going to hop into it now. So are we all ready?
Yep.
Before we begin, we have a couple of donations I want to read off really quickly. We just received a $150 donation from the one and only Stan Forwards. They put my head back together nice and clean. Very, very happy to hear that, Stan. And while we're here, we also have $20 from Matt, $5 for each living villager in Devilition, and $5 from Gurizuri. So happy to have Stan have me on. He did such amazing art on the Campanella 2 prize that we worked on, and he is truly a great friend. You killed it. Also,
yeah, great.
Just want to really quickly mention that we have a warp tank incentive that is closing at the end of the dev talk post run. So be sure to get that in. We're $337 down, and the goal is $500. So we are very, very close. And if y'all chip in, we can make it there.
Yeah, chat, that's an incentive you don't want to miss out on. You get to see every single alt color of the tank. This is like the Python block. I'm going to be commentating every run from here on out for the rest of the day, so get used to me. So your warp tank is going to be great, and we got to hit that incentive. You don't have long. This run is very, very fast. So with that, are we ready to go?
Yep.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so Python's going to be starting out here with, unironically, one of the hardest rooms in the game. He just nailed it first try because he's a legend, but the positioning of the cursor, the starting cursor, plus the bowl and spoon makes that deceptively difficult. Now, as much as I'd like to continue giving a play-by-play, though, that's going to be impossible, so I'm going to start explaining now one of the biggest differences in this run due to the terminal code, and I'm not talking about the fact that the killer is a furry jump scare. The main difference with the routing is that he cannot reset at all, because when you have a terminal code active, the game does not save And normally, right here, you would reset, because once you get that drain out, it is actually faster, as in like a quarter of a second faster to reset and then you go to the bathroom. But no, we have to go back to normal ways. And while that is a very minor change, this will become a much more major change in the future. Python is also going to be coming up here with the first major trick of the run, which is what we call a noise chain. Normally, when you make any kind of sound in the game, the killer will appear not too long afterwards. However, you can take advantage of that by resetting the timer whenever you make another noise. So Python here is making a noise with a jukebox, and it's going to drop an item that we'll pick up later, not now. And normally the killer will appear shortly after this, but Python is going to attempt to delay the timer. So he's going to pick up the pool cue. He grabs that gas canister. Not a mistake. The timer is also paused when you're carrying an item. He reset the timer by causing another noise with a clock. He's going to cause one more noise to grab the egg. And then finally, grab the knife. And then jump scare. And
all right, nailed it.
Perfect. He got first try. Like, excellent. And another thing I should explain, there are two more things. He, both times when he escaped from the killer, he did so by whacking the killer with something, and then leaving the next room. You can only do that 3 times in a run. Normally that resets if you reset the game, but again, you can't reset. So we cooked up a route to do that later, and Python's gonna try to pull it off. You guys will really like it.
You say we, but it was all you. Give yourself some credit.
Thank you. Another thing is there is actually, believe it or not, a very minor amount of RNG in this game. When the killer is active or on screen, the cursor shakes a little bit. And normally that's only kind of a thing you worry about when you're going for a really optimized like world record or something, but this will become relevant later on, because there's going to be that shake RNG is actually going to be kind of relevant to escaping the killer in one future thing. Now upstairs, this is one of the toughest parts of the run because there are some pretty nasty pickups. For example, there's this cigar in here that can be kind of tricky, but still got pretty quickly. And next in this room, I unfortunately made this kind of terrible. Again, no, first try, he's a legend. With that tea tree oil, normally we used to grab it second, now we grab it first. It's very awkward. It's for menuing due to the route changes. And we're coming across now what we call the mega noise chain, unique to the open cage route, where he's going to try to do every single upstairs noise in one go. That is the mirror, the piano, and the music box. So starting it now, break the mirror, get the code, flush the toilet to reset the timer, heading into the piano room. This is the toughest part. He's going to grab an item to freeze the timer. Now he's going to grab the key to get the crossbow, and then get the piano. And unfortunate, that is extremely tight. Like,
I'm gonna have to take an intentional death here because, as Jeff was talking about earlier, you can only hit the killer so many times, and we don't want to waste that right now. So I'm gonna take the death, respawn. It's okay, we don't lose any progress.
Yeah, it's honestly not a huge loss. Like, it was
we
a
also
very
get the better ending. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, you'll see what he means later. Very valiant time, though. That is an incredibly tight sequence right there, that piano section. But normally at this point with the piano and the normal run, you would reset with the piano because unlike the jukebox, it gives you the item immediately, so it saves. But again, can't do that here. So just have to play count, which gets him the wire. And to close it off, probably, ironically, kind of the easiest part of this noise chain, which is the music box. It's ironic because in the normal cherry route, the part where the music box is the hardest part, because that's the really tight part. Instead of the piano, this is the tight part in the normal one. But other than that, he is going to be approaching the segment I mentioned with the RNG. The song is going to finish. He's going to grab the password, head into the bathroom, and then he's going to get jump scared. And he's going to quickly scroll the inventory to grab the crowbar. And if the cursor is fast enough, then it will allow him to escape. If the cursor
is basically RNG.
Yeah. If the cursor was a little bit slower there, he would have had to go one extra room to escape. Because how it works is you don't automatically escape the killer when you whack it and go to the next room. It just massively reduces the timer needed. And he's going to take a rarely used shortcut here in order to... Oh, sorry, my bad. He's going to do this. Then he's going to combine the hydrogen peroxide with the bowl to create part of the fungicide. This is sort of a newish thing. It used to be we only craft the fungicide at the very end. Now we do that partly throughout the run. He's going to do it again in this room after he grabs the matches. Another very difficult pickup. He's going to combine the cigar for the second part, and then finally use the matches to get the ruby. And we are approaching probably the worst pickup in the entire game due to its dissonant hitbox, the infamous Emerald. First off, he has to slot this very tiny ring in that very tiny hitbox. And the thing with the Emerald is, you see that little sparkle there? Like, okay, he got it. That sparkle is misleading because the sparkle is not the hitbox for the Emerald. Whenever there is a sparkle hitbox like that, it is for the container. It is, so you don't, but unlike most other things with the Emerald, it's not the fountain. It's just the water, so it's very odd. Anyway, Python went into one of the hedge maze rooms without the directions intentionally. That spawns. That's kind of like making a noise. It will spawn the killer in just a moment with a jump scare. And finally, he's going to put down. He's going to put down the rat very humanely. It is not any pain. This is actually a painless death. It's not feeling anything right now. Don't worry about that. But if you were scared, don't worry. The horror is over. Anyway, he's going to open the cellar, scroll the inventory so he doesn't have to do it in here since the cursor is already lower left. And finally, the separately built room, because there are some pretty small hitboxes here, and when you're dragging an item, if you mess it up, you have to go all the way back and drag it. But he's going to get it, open the door, and finally, he's going to grab the tea tree oil, combine it with fungicide to kill the boss, and that'll be time. Right, good job.
Whew, what was my time on that? Or I guess I could just check.
But you can't, it's not going to save.
Oh, that's true, I can. Yeah, that was Night Manor Cherry. Open cage, and so you see we have a scratch on our forehead, so we could take a death, but hopefully that is the worst injury we'll have received here. Nothing bad is going to happen to us, surely. Oh god. It's the house that makes you furry.
I'm sure that nothing you did there caused that.
No,
this just happened.
This was just going to happen anyway.
Have never seen that before. That's
Oh,
I've
you didn't
never
make that?
seen that. No, that was Derek. That I've never seen that animation. That's incredible.
All right. So now Paul's here. I didn't get to talk too much. Like I said, the commentary for this game is just packed tight. I'm gonna hop off of Open Cage here for the remainder of this, but I think it would be cool to just hear Paul talk about Night Manor for a little while and UFO 50 in general. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Take it away, Paul.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me on this, guys. I'm really impressed and amazed with this whole event, first of all. So kudos to everybody involved in that and all the people that came out and everybody that donated. That's just amazing. So this is Night Manor. This is a game that I was given the liberty of working on for UFO 50, and this was kind of like my baby out of the collection. Out of all the games that I worked on for UFO 50, this was the one that I got to have the most creative control over, and did a lot of stuff for this in terms of just building out the world and you know, designing the layout. This was actually done with floor plan initially, where I kind of did it from a top-down perspective first, and then I kind of like built the rooms based on that floor plan. And a lot of this stuff was built with like compositing different photos together and then tracing them over with like pixel art. So that was kind of the process. And then Derek, he took the gave it his magical touch, and he made it really pretty. And he did this. I mean, this guy was based on my sketch, but he just made him look even more terrifying in pixel than I think anybody could have. And it's just sort of a synthesis of just a lot of inspirations that I've had, with horror throughout the years. I've been a big fan of horror through, ever since I was a kid, really, because I would see that stuff on TV. And yeah, it's just been funny because prior to this, I never really got to make a game that was like a genuine horror game. So it was a lot of fun to work on something that was really an exploration of that love of horror. And for me, horror, I really like less of like the slasher and violence and gore stuff in horror. I like more of like the creepy, macabre, eerie kind of horror like Night Manor. So I really like vibe with this kind of horror. So I kind of just like how dusty and decrepit everything feels. yeah, I mean, do you guys have any particular questions about anything that I could answer or speak more about?
What was the process like designing the way that the killer works in this game? Because he works in a really interesting way, with like the noise and how he chases you around and stuff. Like, I'm kind of curious what the iterative process was like. Like, did he always behave this way?
Yeah, that was generally the idea. Like, I think at one point the game, so this was sort of like an idea that I had maybe, I don't know, 15, no, not that, at least 10 years ago. Like, I set out to try to make like a point-and-click adventure game with AV. It was called like Adventure Game Studio or something. It was actually like gonna be my first PC game, but I never finished it, and it had a bunch of cool ideas that I liked, and you know, I just kind of ended up incorporating it into this and just really fleshing it out and making it like just way more functional and more interesting. But I like the idea that there's somebody like a killer in the house with you, pursuing you and stalking you, and you have to elude him and escape him. And I just never thought, you know, I'd never seen like a point-and-click adventure game that incorporated that sort of element, and I really thought that that was an interesting hook to have. And you know, I really like how it turned out, like with the shaking mechanic. I think that was something that, you know, the team wasn't 100% sure of at first, but it ended up being like a mechanic that a lot of people really enjoyed, and I feel like I'm glad that we kept that in, because that was like something that I think really added to it. And I just feel like yeah, it's just I sometimes like worry that I'll never be able to make a game as as well as this one turned out again, because I feel like this really captured something that you know, it was just a joy to work on, and it was just a kind of an in the zone, kind of lightning in a bottle kind of moment, I think.
Were there any
We've got
idea-
a
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. We've got a big announcement. We have hit $7,000 raised for Partners in Health.
Oh,
Good job.
that's incredible.
Fantastic.
I feel like I got to remind everybody that the goal for this event was $5,000 for the whole event.
Wow.
And we're at $7,000 on day one. You guys are blowing this out of the water. Absolutely.
We have smashed it, and it's amazing to see. And that is due in part to a $100 donation from Derek, whose comment is just, it screams in parentheses. So. And Cosmoing also donates $100, saying big money. So thank you each so much for your generosity. And we have met the Warp Tank incentive.
Ooh, let's go. All right. All right. Anything else that we want to talk about here before I drive away?
Paul, I was wondering, were there any unused like ideas you had for Nightmare that you ended up not using?
Yeah, there was some stuff that did get cut. I won't get into detail about it, but some things that were maybe just a little too dark for even this, as dark a game as it is. It just was maybe a bridge too far, and you know, but you know, not to get too specific, but I was actually curious if Python, if there's time, if you could find any of these little things that I've mentioned. 'Cause
I've been looking.
Oh, you?
I think I'm at 4 insanity right now.
Did you
I
poke
don't know
the growth in the shed?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cause and you did you dig up the dog?
Yes, I did that as well.
Gotcha. All right. I mean, I can still donate a small consolation. I just was thinking, man, if those popped up, I would throw like $5 per each one. But I'm surprised they haven't popped up. I guess they are kind of.
I'm gonna quickly escape and give us all the gold disc in addition to Cherry. And you know, thank you for having me. I was MIA from the UFO 50 community for a while, and Matt approached me to do this run, so that really meant a lot to me. I want to give Matt a huge shout out for organizing this event, organizing the bingo league, like really taking the lead on a lot of stuff, putting his blood, sweat, and tears into this game. So I want the whole chat to say thank you, Matt, for what has so far and will continue to be an absolutely incredible event. I just want to give Matt a huge shout out there.
Thank you, Matt.
That's it for me for closing remarks. Jester, Paul, do you have anything?
No, that's about it for me.
Okay, guys, stick around. We got Warp Tank, then we got Danger. You're not done with me yet. I am commentating both of those runs, so I will see you shortly.
All right. Well, thank you so much for playing and amazing work, and thanks everybody for joining.
Hey y'all, this is Winterbit once again. Signing off, actually. This is the end of my blog tonight. So thank you all for being here. We have a couple more games tonight to get to. And I have a couple donations to read as well. So, we have a $5 donation from Uncle Slam, whose comment is, "Man, the Halloween episode of Hamtaro is a lot darker than I remember." We also have a $25 anonymous donation. Thank you for that. $25 from regular Zuzu. "I love Warp Tank." So do I, so do I. Looking forward to seeing Scooby absolutely destroy that game. It's gonna be great. $10 from Anonymous. Thank you very much for the contribution. We have $16.52 from Goose, donating my Quibble Race earnings to a good cause. Trust me, it is a very good cause, Goose. Thank you so much. And lastly, we have a $10 donation from the man, the myth, the legend, Scooty himself. Definitely look forward to that Warp Tank run. It's gonna be awesome. Uncle Slam on Danger, that's gonna be a great time too. But yeah, that is going to be it for me for tonight. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to pass things over to Python, and I will catch you around. I'm going to be running pin golf tomorrow afternoon, so tune in for that as well. And we have plenty of more exciting Cherry Rush action coming up across Saturday and Sunday for you. So look forward to that, and I'll catch you all around. Take care, y'all.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are here for the sci-fi block of our evening. This is the last two games of the night. We got Warp Tank and Vanger, and then we'll be done for day one, which seems impossible, but we've been here all day, so maybe not so impossible. We had a $5.55 donation from Paul Hubens, who we just heard give some excellent commentary, and says, "Boo," like a ghost, not actually booing anyone. So thank you, Paul, in the spirit of Night Manor, for giving. We are going to get right into the next run. We have met the incentive for the multicolor warp tank. We are going to tour all of the color change stations in Warp Tank while getting the cherry disc. Please get ready to have back-to-back games with some flipping action in it. I think we're going to have a great time. 2 amazing speed games. Put your hands together for Spoody and get ready for Warp Tank.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Spoody here, bringing you some Warp Tank Cherry action. With me in the booth, I've got Python here to help with the commentary.
Hello, I'm Python. I ran gold for this a very long time ago. The route is completely different now, and I'm gonna do my best to keep up with it.
Yeah, the route's all different, and it's all my fault, but don't worry about it. So yeah, again, thank you all for the generous donations. I kind of had the idea of like, oh, let's just do I saw there were no donation targets left for the rest of the time. I was like, hey, how about a tour of all the colors of the tank? Let's do the tank rainbow. And it was kind of a last minute ad, and you guys had no problem smashing that incentive, even this late at night. So I appreciate all y'all, all your generosity. It's all going to a great cause. Without any further ado, though, let's go ahead and get going. Warp Tank time starts as soon as you see the main hub after we start new game, and we'll just get right into it. And go. So first off, we're going to be going for the farthest level here. That's because there's a level unlock cutscene after you finish one level, and I'm going to want to reset past that to save some time. So the cherry condition for Warp Tank is to collect all of the hidden coffees. It does mean we don't need to play the arena levels, which don't have coffees, which is a nice little quirk of playing cherries. You don't have to play the auto scrollers. So yeah, right after that, as soon as the lobby reloads and the game saves, we just reset to skip that cutscene. Saves a little bit of time. And then we're going to come over here and clear these levels. This is Junior Sector. There's a really nice, fun, satisfying movement chain coming up here at the start of this level. Right here. It's just a super satisfying, pretty tough to learn, but actually not too hard once you get the hang of it. And you just traverse this entire level super fast.
Yeah, that movement right there is a really good example of, ooh, all right, well.
I accidentally moved before, I accidentally warped an extra time there and moved into the spikes. Okay, well, you get to see that cool movement again. Lucky you.
That's kind of the nature of Warp Tank speedrunning. Sometimes what happens, you're moving really fast.
Everyone likes to see fast Junior Sector twice.
This is a very flashy speedrun. There's going to be a lot of stuff like that, so strap in. It's going to be mesmerizing to watch Spoody run through this.
There we go. Didn't warp an extra time that time. Let's go. It's so easy to accidentally, like, when you have to warp several times in quick succession, just throw out an extra warp and throw off your movement. But yeah, there we go. We got Meal Sector up next. This introduces the eyeballs. They're super annoying. This one's being a jerk. They just shoot randomly and sometimes waste your time, like that one just did.
Yeah, this run is kind of plagued by RNG, and the eyeballs are just a great example of that. Sometimes they'll waste so much of your time just by giving you patterns like this.
Yep.
You just have to wait so long.
Yeah, classic Meal Sector. The first eyeball and then the next eyeballs. Okay, so this one has a really tight platform cycle I'm going to try to make at the start of the level here. As soon as we get here.
Yeah, for the longest time, I did not think this was possible. Let's see if he gets it here.
There we go. Got it.
Oh, makes it. Yeah, that's insanely tight. Very, very impressive to hit that here.
Yeah, just need to make it through the rest of the level without taking a death. It's worth noting for anyone who hasn't cherried Warp Tank, if you die, you lose any coffees you picked up and have to pick them up again, like in that level. Okay, so that's our 4th level, and it unlocks another area, which means we're gonna take a quick diversion here. Thanks again for your donations, and we're gonna become the pink tape.
Trans tank.
So yeah, I'm just going to be grabbing the tanks as soon as they become available, and then we'll go right back into the main route. So Yard Sector is all bound by a bunch of really slow-moving platform cycles, so I'm just going to take the time to clean up this mess a bit. because it does not cost any time to do it. We just have to make this platform cycle right there. So, funny thing about this level is even in gold runs, I tend to collect the coffee on this level because it costs literally 0 time to do so. Because you're waiting for this platform anyway. Alright, so that's Yard Sector. So, Crust Sector, coming up next, is kind of like meant to be the first level, I think. Make no mistake, when you're speedrunning it, the route is pretty tight. So let's see if I can get all the right motions here. Oop, extra warp there. It's fine. Yeah, we just wait here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, could have been better, could have been worse. And the bat at the end played nice. Again, RNG enemies throughout the whole game.
That's not going to get better either. That's only going to get worse.
Okay, pretty clean maneuvering to Tower Sector here. Another vertical level, like we saw with Junior Sector. I believe this is the first exclamation block we see, which, you know, clears the screen of enemies. It's also the first time we see these slimes, and they're one of the worst enemies in the game. They're so random and so annoying. Gotta clear those blocks out here. I'm gonna just... So the interesting thing about this coffee is you have to be very careful about which blocks you shoot out, because it's really easy to make this coffee completely inaccessible if you shoot too many blocks out. Okay, there we go. That's a pretty good Tower Sector. So next we're gonna head over to Healing Sector, and I actually have some very new strats I'm gonna try to do on this level. The flamethrowers have weird hitboxes. You can kind of squeeze between the flame bursts a bit. So let's see if I can get this right. Yeah, there we go. Ah, too early on that. So yeah, there's a really tight cycle I'm gonna try to take a couple stabs at trying to get here. Oh, a little too late on that one. I'll try it a couple times, and if it's not working out, we'll just move on. Okay, we'll just move on. You can beat that flamethrower cycle on the right there, and it saves several seconds if you manage to pull it off.
Is that the tightest thing in the run right now?
Yeah, I think so. Like, it's tighter than the bomb sector cycle. It's really hard. But it's okay. Only a few seconds lost. Yeah, Healing Sector is one of the longer levels in the run here. I'm not gonna make that flamethrower cycle, it's fine. And we also get introduced to these worms. These worms are a pain in the butt. It's supposed to be that you just hit them in the face like that, and they die. But sometimes they just look at you and go, nuh-uh, and refuse to die. So again, I'm gonna skip this checkpoint because it's after the coffee. If I take this checkpoint and then die, I would have to restart the whole level. Okay, looks like we can go under this worm, but we're gonna have to kill this one. Okay, good. Looks like we are in the clear here. Okay, there we go. Healing Sector done. And then we've got a hidden passage over here to Nest Sector, at which point we'll trigger our next level unlock cutscene and our next available tank color. So I also made a recent route change to this level, which saves a little bit of a cycle. If you're quick about it... Oh, I missed it. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you can save one cycle on these platforms if you do it right, but didn't quite get it. So coffee is hidden up here, and then we just gotta wait for the phase blocks. Yeah, this is the first level we see these shoot blocks. Whenever they show up, you're usually gonna have to slow down. A lot of times there's, you know, level design that revolves around like waiting for them to phase out and then you know, warping through them. Okay, we'll clear out all the enemies here, just play it a little safe. Oh, that's the wrong way. And yeah, we got these spinning arrow warps, which, you know, a lot of how fast you can go in this level is dictated by the arrow warp cycles. Okay, so then we're gonna reset here. If I do it exactly right, I can save like a quarter of a second here by doing that reset.
You just gotta nail this really difficult movement.
Okay, and I think that is time save. I did the movement right.
Okay.
I am going to go a little out of my way here before I do Deep Sector, though, because there's a new tank color open over here. And then we're going to backtrack.
think this was the one I used to beat the game.
Yeah, I like the gray tank with the red highlight treads. Nice little visual pop there. So yeah, we're on deep sector here. This one introduces the flip blocks, which are a fun little mechanic. We'll see you having to deal with those soon.
So every time you flip, the flip block will also flip. And that can result in some really funny deaths. Hopefully we don't see anything like that here.
Oh, go. Okay, there we go. And then we've got one more level on this side of the hub over to the right here. Oh, not that way. There we go. Over in Nugget Sector. Nugget Sector is filled with really heavy RNG enemies. Hopefully they play nice.
Oh boy, Nugget Sector. Dude, your RNG slimes, your RNG flies.
Okay, so far they've been nice. Little bit of a trick there with the diagonal roll off the teeth to hit that flesh wall without having to go directly vertically over it. That was a clean Nugget Sector.
That was great, yeah. All the enemies played very nice there.
I actually have my splits up, and that was a gold split for me.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, no new level unlock cutscene, but the next set of levels are way on the left, so it's a little faster to reset there. We're going to be taking care of a few levels over here before we unlock the... wrong way. The top of the space station. So we got Stair Sector, Source Sector, and Form Sector coming up here. Stair Sector, as the name implies, it's all about those eyeballs. You just gotta hope they play nice.
It's our favorite enemy in Warp Tank, the random balls.
I got the coffee here. Oh, and we got the vertical shot there. I hate that. You gotta wait so long there. I avoid the checkpoint there because, yeah, like the coffee's earlier than it, so I would have to reset and go all the way back if I die after that point. All right. The rest of the eyeballs played okay at least, but yeah, that first that one before the first checkpoint. All right, so now we head over here to Soar and Form. These levels used to be part of the gold route, but they're both pretty long-winded levels. So, Soar Sector's got some relatively new tech in it too, which is actually unique to it. You'll see it when I get there. Yeah, we get some more of these phase blocks, which, yeah, the special bit of new tech involves those. We also see these new jumping spiders that shoot these annoying bouncy diagonal lasers. Thankfully, they're not a super common enemy. We'll only see them a couple times. But yeah, we gotta wait for these phase blocks a bit, and hopefully this guy doesn't... He tried.
He tried.
Okay, so here's the special tech. There we go. You can shoot the block as you roll off of it to phase them in early and cut down the amount of wait time at this juncture right here. There we go. That was a pretty good Soar Sector. And now we just have Form Sector, which is filled with those slimes that everyone hates. So hopefully they play nice. Okay.
A good amount of waiting
coming up on this. Here we go. Hopefully the slimes play nice. Okay. All
right.
Nice enough. And I make the flamethrower cycle. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oop. Ah, messed that up. Yeah, that lip enemy is in a kind of troublesome spot sometimes. Okay. Coffee is over here. All right, and that's going to be Form Sector. So we're going to have another reset after this to skip another cutscene, and we'll see another tank color in a bit. It's a good time for any announcements if you got any.
Yes, I have an announcement. This is going amazing. People are really loving this run. You've got a ton of support in the chat, Swooty. People are like literally mouth agape at the rate this is going, and it's very impressive. We also have a $50 donation directly to you, Rudy for Spooty, from He Who Am Are Is Myself. Thank you for that. We are well over 7,000.
Nice job.
That's what it says. That's what it says on the tag. What do you want me to do? I'm reading the name. We are on our we're on our Renegade trio, so I'll give it back to you.
All right, yeah. So we've unlocked the top of the space station, and there's a funny little trick we can do right here. See this electric orb? You can't quite outrun it, but you can just do that, and it just lets you through it for some reason. If you try to just roll straight left, you will die to that. I think I kind of messed up. Oh, and I missed the shot. Okay. We're going to be behind the flamethrower cycles I try to hit here, but that's okay. And we get introduced to these obnoxious brain spiders. These guys suck. Thankfully, there's only 3 of them in the entire game. And this one we can just kind of outrun, but the other 2 after this, we're going to have to fight. And they're very annoying to fight, but, you know, more on them later. Got our coffee hidden in here. And then we just kind of go for it, and usually it works.
First try.
All right, there. Yeah, first try, every try. Sacrum Sector is all about those electric wires, and there's also some crushers at the end. One of them likes to just randomly kill you for no reason. Hopefully that doesn't happen here.
Spooey, I think I may be onto something on why it does that. I think it has something to do with when you flip on the platform prior to it.
Move too fast.
Because
okay.
Like what your orientation is going into it and when you flip, I think, because I was able to kind of replicate it. I need to test it more, but I think I'm getting somewhere because it's been annoying me in my runs and I want to understand why.
Okay, there we go.
More research required.
And yeah, since we're cherry and the coffee is earlier, like, I skip this checkpoint. In gold runs, if the crusher kills you, it's not a huge time loss. Here, it's a little bit more of a pain. So hopefully this crusher right here doesn't randomly kill me. Okay, we're good.
I think it would kill you if you warped off the edge of the top of the previous platform. Like if you weren't on the ground approaching it and instead warped from the edge of the previous platform, I think you would die.
Okay, so these spiders, if you're on the ceiling, they will always jump. So we use that to try and... Oh, that was a bad mash job for me. We can use that to bait out this one, but the second one has no spots on the ceiling you can go to after you shoot these blocks out. So you just gotta kind of hope he behaves. Okay, he behaved. Sure.
It's a very fast mash to one cycle those guys. Pretty tight.
Oh, I went the wrong way there. Okay. It's fine, we'll just wait out some extra flamethrowers. Okay. And now we're coming up on the boss Renegade. I'm generally pretty good about 2-cycling this boss, but we'll see if he cooperates.
Yeah, there's some RNG to where he spawns, and there's definitely certain positions you want to see and certain ones you don't. We got some pretty good ones here. This should be a 2-cycle.
Yeah, right, nice. Clean 2-cycle, let's go.
Pretty tight, but yeah, clean.
Gold split, too. That was nice.
Two
yeah, he didn't get any of the random eyeballs spawning between hits there. Okay, and then we get our last color change. We're gonna have to kind of go pretty far out of the way for this. Yeah, like here. And there we go, orange tank. And now we'll just head back up and get back on the route. Might have been faster to actually go around the top, now that I think about it. But yeah, so we're in the final area. We've got Shock Sector here, which is all about these fade blocks. It's a pretty slow-paced level where you're waiting for them to fade in and out a lot of the time. So, you know, great time if you got anything else to say.
Yeah, we've got Mossmouth is impressed by your run if you want to know about that. We've also got Tyreek Plummer giving us a $25 donation who says, I'm allowed to have a favorite and you can't stop me, and mine is Warp Tank. So you are playing the favorite game of Tyreek Plummer of the Mossmouth team.
Nice, nice. Good taste. So yeah, just gotta wait for this and then use this flip block to get through. Gotta be careful about which blocks you shoot here. You have to shoot only the right block here. If you shoot out the left block, you can't reach the coffee. Or, well, if you move fast enough, you can, but then you can't finish the level. This left block needs to be intact so you can actually reach the exit after obtaining the coffee. And then we've got everyone's favorite level, Guide Sector. This is the longest level in the run, even including Final Sector. I use some music audio cue here to get this movement, so... There we go. Yeah, there we go. That gets you there just in time. We'll take this checkpoint. I shouldn't be needing it, but, you know, best to be safe. But yeah, the end of this level where we grab the coffee, it's something all right. You'll see when I get there. So yeah, it's kind of a neat like puzzle design of like you get one level, one room that's, you know, that lets you learn the layout, and then you have to execute in the next room with the shock tiles, remembering the layout you just learned. It's a really fun concept, but and I think they were cooking pretty well with this, but the last room, something went wrong in the kitchen. I'll be frank. So we're actually going to take a death here, and that's intentional because these platform cycles are in such a bad spot that it saves time to hit the checkpoint and die. And see that bottom platform that has like 10 tiles to move? We have to wait for it 3 times to get this coffee.
You got any announcements? Any donations?
Yeah, while we're waiting, someone asked, you're playing this, they wanted to confirm you're playing this game on keyboard.
That's correct.
Yeah,
there we go.
As a controller
One
player,
ride,
I wish I did.
2 rides.
I wish I did play it on keyboard because it'd be easier.
Yeah, there are definitely some trade-offs, and it like depends on, you know, varies from game to game. I feel like, you know, in some games you kind of get an advantage on keyboard, some on controller. Like we were just talking during the Mortal run earlier, how much easier the like the 4-tile bomb can be on keyboard compared to controller. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it is personal preference, but there definitely are arguments for both.
I am
Sport
0 for life
introduced
on
these
the
portals.
fast bomb sector with controller. Never gotten it.
This is my favorite level in the run. It's so clean right here.
Okay. Little sloppy on the movement. I'm gonna just wait for that flamethrower cycle. We'll just play it safe. So yeah, not quite getting the good cycles here, but it's okay. Hopefully the worms like actually let me kill them. Okay, good. I'm gonna wait that cycle. just playing it safe, because yeah, if we die here, we have to go all the way back to the start to get the coffee. Gotta wait a bit after that second switch, because if you try and rush that third switch too fast, you actually end up on the gate as it's opening and die. Which is not a good time. But we're coming up on the last couple of levels before Big Tank, which introduce what I think is the most hated enemy type for most players. Those the ceiling spiders that you see up here. They usually randomly move, but they can also stop and spew 3 random bullets that just bounce around and are really hard to deal with.
And you have random eyeballs in this level on top of that. It's a real riot of a level.
Spoonie,
we're getting through pretty cleanly though.
Spoonie, Big Tank's coming up. I just want to let you know that you have a commitment from He Who Am that if you get the quick kill, $50.
I'll try for it, but the quick kill is entirely luck based. I'll try it a few times, but you know, no promises. It's down to luck. It's down to if Big Tank decides he wants to let me get it.
Hey, if that happens, I'll match that. Yeah, the odds of getting the quick kill are pretty slim.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is soft sector. More of these ceiling devils that we just gotta watch out for, and there's some shock tiles here. Oh, I overmoved there. Well, good thing I took the checkpoint. Yeah, this like the movement to the next safe spot I go for here looks really tight, but it's actually pretty generous. Okay, looks like these guys are cooperating. We'll take this checkpoint too. The death does mean I have more laser cannons I have to worry about here. There's a little bit of a bug there that if you die and continue from the checkpoint, the capsule monster's in the wrong spot and you don't have to kill him. You can just leave. All right, so we're coming up on Big Tank here. We're actually already almost done with this run. We've only got Big Tank. We have to clean up Mazurka sector, which we skipped before because it's pretty close to Final Sector. And then we have Final Sector. So, yeah, there's a very, very funny quick kill that I'm going to go for a few times. But Big Tank needs to cooperate. He needs to not do any little wiggling motions, and he needs to shoot with the left ring launcher first.
Oh my god.
Oh, he gave it to me, but it didn't quite have enough time.
Oh, that was almost it.
I'll try it again. Okay, he's just giving me a big roll. We'll just fight him normally.
Yes, you need a very particular attack pattern from him here, and it's not just one attack, it's several, so yeah, the odds of getting it are pretty slim. It is a massive time save, though, if you actually landed it. And I wish that happened.
Yeah, it was so close. I think if my mashing was a little better, I would have had it. Like, he definitely gave me the right circumstances for it, but my mash was just a little slow.
Oh, well, a pretty clean, a pretty decent big tank fight anyway here. Okay, well, maybe,
Of course,
maybe
the
not.
90-degree roll. Oh, okay, he was one shot. All right, there we go. Big tank's done. And there's the gold. But yeah, we still need to finish up. We've got one more coffee to collect from the Zerka sector coming up here. Yeah, which, like I said, we skipped this one earlier just because the final sector, the hidden final sector entry is right over here. So this level's a bit of a step back in terms of difficulty from the last few we've seen. It's mostly just centered around these lip enemies, which are not too hard to deal with. Coffee is one that's hiding kind of in plain sight here with the discolored spikes. This is kind of meant to be the first level that you encounter these the purple jumping spiders in, but yeah, we do put this level off till the end here, just because it's a little more efficient. And okay, just gotta... There we go.